Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central.
You're up.
And a good Saturday morning to you, coming to you live this morning from the 28th Annual Keels Wheels Concours d'Elegance. This is the award-winning In Wheel Time car talk show. Just ahead, we have guests from this year's show, including an old friend of mine, and I do mean old. You'll hear my thoughts on driving the new 2024 Infiniti QX60, and Mr. Mars has this week's events calendar, and he's sitting right down there.
Yeah.
It's just ahead on the In Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin.
Yep.
I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us for our live broadcast here. We are a little bit delayed, and that's for a reason. We are delayed because we wanted to be sure and be on the air when the gates open here at Keels and Wheels. Where is it? It's at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. Where is Seabrook, Texas? Right down the road from Kima. And everybody knows where Kima is with all of the Tillman Fertitta stuff down there. But we're not going to talk about that. That's what we didn't want to talk about, so let's not. We want to talk about Keels and Wheels, and joining us here in our remote broadcast center here in front of the Lakewood Country Club, Yacht Club, is Mr. Gary Garnett. And Gary and I go back a ways.
Number of years.
And you know, it's funny how everything all comes around. What goes around comes around.
You know, that's true. Who would have thought back in the early 80s when I first met you, and I had a company doing travel television shows, and, of course, Don was doing voiceovers and stuff for us, and a number of years went by, and all of a sudden, a couple of years ago here, they said, you need to do an interview with In Wheel Time. I walk up and I said, no, I don't think so. That's Don Armstrong.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, we go through that every Saturday morning.
I'm
Yeah,
sure.
we do.
I'm sure.
Along with thousands of other people.
There you go.
Don Armstrong. Click. Off.
Well, Don's well known, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's for
Yeah,
sure.
and in prisons around the United States. But at any rate, Gary, it's good to see you. Thank you very much. I know that everybody was on pins and needles this past week regarding the weather, as was I, and I know you were too, going, oh, my gosh, this is not going to happen again, because I believe it was like 3 years ago.
Well, actually, the last 3 years, we've had a little rain each day for the last 3 years. April showers, May, I don't know. But the weather's beautiful. You know, it is absolutely gorgeous. If we were going to have rain, all of us sitting in cars and everything on Thursday and Friday, we endured it, and there was quite a bit of it. But hopefully we've got good weather for the next couple of days.
Yeah, well, we're hoping for it. Right now, all we're worried about is this show, not only at the gate here at Keels and Wheels, but also this show.
Right.
And we're going to plow on for the next 3 hours and have a great show for everybody, I hope. I think that you're really going to enjoy it. So let's talk about Keels and Wheels, the 28th annual. I vaguely remember the first one, but I don't remember too much other than that.
That's because you're a little older than I am.
Thank you. That's right.
Yeah, this is the 28th year. Bob Fuller was the founder of this event. Bob is not with us here today. He's had some medical issues, and our prayers are with him. And we miss him, but we've all trained under a very good leader, and we're moving forward with it. We are going to be working a lot with In Wheel Time. I've known Don a long time, and we're broadcasting live from to the websites from the show here, which I'm not sure that there's any other concourses around doing that. In saying that, we're the only boat and car concourse in the country. Why? Because we have a marina and a place to put the boats. And that's something that, we don't have a golf course and we don't have the sand and all that, but we got water and a beautiful setting here. We have close to 200 cars here today, all kinds you can think of. We've got a lot of the older boats. This is the 60-year anniversary for Donzie, and we've got about 20-something Donzies sitting out there in the water. I think we may crank them all up at one time and see if we can drown Don out a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a special guest that is actually the head guy that takes care of all the boats here. We had a fascinating interview with him a couple of years ago.
Paul Merriman. He was the co-founder of Keels and Wheels years ago with Bob.
Yeah.
And he's been around, yeah.
He's a very smart guy.
Yeah.
And he knows his boat stuff.
He does know his boats.
Big stuff.
So can we go water skiing today?
If you can talk Don into it, I'll get a boat.
You're up.
No, you're more than welcome. We'll relieve you now to go, but we're going to take the cameras out there.
I
We wanna see
forgot
that.
my skis.
Oh, darn.
We may schedule a later event with that and film it so you can play it back.
That's
Good
it.
deal.
There you go.
For insurance purposes.
So let's talk about the setting here. Beautiful oak trees. This is a very unique country club that I don't know of anything like it that exists, especially here in the Houston area. Beautiful oak trees. It's a meandering circuit, if you will, where you have all of the cars staged. Let's talk about the cars. This is an event that is invitation only. So you've had these guys for the past year say, I want to be in your car show. And some you get approved to come to the car show.
Right.
Others, maybe next year. Try us next year.
We have a selection committee that works and looks at all the cars that are coming on that are pretty much experts in the field of the cars, the antique cars and the sports cars, the Ferraris. Tommy Hammond heads that up. So, yeah, we try to get a variety. We try to get nothing but the best. And this year is the first year that we've deviated a little bit away from it. And the reason being is because resto mods have become so popular.
Yes.
It's a whole new era.
Matter of fact, I've got a friend of mine that's in the market to buy one.
Well, I've got some beautiful ones over here, and I've got the 3 or 4 of the builders over here that we'll have to you later today. But I define the resto mods as a car that maybe Don and I had when we were in high school, and it wasn't in the best of condition, and it got us around. And after you get a little older and you make a little money, you want that car back, but you want it like a brand new car.
Right.
And that's about what it costs to get it back like a brand new car.
Exactly. And you want it to be able to drive and stop.
Right.
And you want performance on it, but you also want reliability.
Well,
And you want it to look good. You want the interior. You want it looking like a brand new car was when it rolled off
the old school look with the modern technology.
That's exactly right.
That's
exactly right. And we have a number of them here that are have been built by these guys. We have an interesting thing today at 11 o'clock. We have Smitty's out here, who's a resto mod builder. He's been building a car for a gentleman out of the Northeast for a couple of years, and we're going to unveil that car and present it to the owner at 11 o'clock this morning.
Wow.
How nice.
Very cool.
So,
where is the presentation going to take?
Going to be right down here at the end of the inner harbor by that white trailer. Okay.
Very nice.
And we'll get you some information. I'll try to get Smitty over here to talk to you about it or something right after we do that. Okay.
Yeah.
We also have Lakewood Yacht Club has a coffee and cars event the 4th Saturday of every month. And it's open to all the members that have cars, toys.
What if
Jeeps.
I'm not a member?
You can come as my guest.
Can I?
You
Can I
can.
enter my car?
Yeah, we can enter that car.
Yeah. You made it sound like I got some old rag.
No.
Here.
We get just about every kind. If you go down there, we've got a couple of H1 Hummers, we've got Ferraris, we've got a couple of brand new
H1
Vettes.
Hummers.
Yeah, I've got 2.
Oh,
My
man.
son and I both have H1s.
10-foot wide. Awesome.
Yeah, and fun to drive.
Yeah.
Oh, they're fun to drive.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've got a couple of those down there. A couple of Ferraris, Corvettes, Porsche, Jeeps, everything you can think of. And it's called Member Toys. It's not a concours. It's not being judged. The public's going to judge it. When they go down there, we have a QR code, and they'll judge the best car, the best restored, and the most popular. And they'll get a trophy for it. But it is open to members.
Does the owner take a part in the most popular? Because the car might not win, but I know that I would.
If you go down there and vote enough times, it probably could. I haven't had anybody like
Stuff
you
in the
that asked
ballot
that,
box.
but
There you go.
I would expect you to ask me that question.
Stuff
So
in the
I'm
ballot
going to
box.
check on that and see how we can secure
Okay,
it.
I
want to
know what the deal is with this first-gen Mustang that's up on blocks right
Behind
behind
us.
us, the convertible. Do you know?
That's probably one of the most interesting cars here. That is actually the first Mustang ever made, and not even VIN. It is the prototype.
Oh, we
talked about that.
We talked about
We
the guy.
interviewed him.
He was over at
That's Eric
And I
Lipper's
remember
car.
this young man over here, too. He's coming on. I remember you.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, he's trying to hide from
I know,
your
big
introduction.
old oak tree there.
Yeah, exactly.
First Mustang. That car Eric Lipper owns it, which over here, I don't know if we can see it, but Eric Lipper is the collector of the year this year, Eric and Rhonda Lipper. They have an incredible collection, and they're all red.
Yeah.
Wow.
All red. And there's some incredible cars.
Yes, we
there.
know about that car, that the doors are longer. There's certain interesting
prototype,
things.
Yeah.
Interesting things about it that never made it to production.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because basically they took a Ford Falcon and they carved a new body for it and set it on the chassis.
Right.
And they didn't quite match up with what the actual designers had in mind. But there it is.
And if anybody's around here and wants to know, Eric is more than happy to explain that to you.
And
he
in detail,
knows what he's talking about.
It's mind-blowing, actually, all the stuff that he knows about that car.
That's
right.
right.
It truly is. And that's just one of 200 cars that all of them have a story.
That's right.
And chances are you're going to run into the owner who's nearby.
Most
and
of the
you
time.
go, hey, who owns this car? Oh, I own that car. And they want to talk to you about the car.
There's
They're
a
proud of the
story
car.
behind every one of them.
Yeah, and that's the fun part of this. For me, anyway, and it always has been from the very beginning. Always been a car show guy. And that started in, I had a 77 Corvette that I ordered new from the factory, drove it a couple of years, and got a taste of showing cars. Then the first one was the Corvette Expo, the first one here at the old Albert Thomas Convention Center. You remember that?
I remember that.
Yep, and I ran into some people down there, and they said, hey, we've got the San Jacinto Corvette Club. Why don't you come and visit us sometime at a monthly meeting? I went and had to sit through the minutes. I don't want to know about the minutes. This is not high school. You keep those for yourself and in the file cabinet.
Exactly.
I want to show and I want to talk to people. And that's what really got me going in all of this from the very beginning. And I still have some very dear friends of mine that took me in. They're very close with John Hovis out at the Hemi Hideout. Have you been to the Hemi
Yes, I have. That's an amazing place.
It really is.
That's a fun place. That's like a kid in a candy store there.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Whether you like Hemis or not, it makes no difference.
Oh, it doesn't make any difference. It's just they're magical when you go in there. It's just,
and all of the signs that he has in there and that sort of thing. So it's this whole club without a club kind of thing, a club within a club, if you want to call it that. All of us guys that like cars.
Well, and that's why we started Coffee and Cars here, because a lot of sailboaters here, a lot of racers with sailboats, a lot of power boaters. I've got a power boat here, and there's a lot of people that have cars. Like I said, they may be working on them. They're working on them with their kids or whatever. And so Coffee and Cars is open to any member and any member's relative or friend.
Yeah.
And I get a lot of friends that way.
Yeah. Lakewood Yacht Club is the place. Keels and Wheels is the event. It goes on today and tomorrow. And today's hours are from 10 until 5. Tomorrow is 9 until 4. Am I correct on that?
That's correct.
God,
That's correct.
I can't believe
I know.
I remembered that, David.
He took Prevagen this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's okay.
Well, I had to. But it doesn't work, but I think it does.
I just keep, my cell phone to make notes and stuff. I gripe about them all the time, but if I didn't have it, I probably wouldn't know where I was going.
Well, that's I think I'm in Texas, aren't I?
There you go. There you go. You're close enough.
Yeah. Well, it's great to talk to you, and I know that people are streaming in the front gate as we speak, and it's going to continue on today from 10 to 5, tomorrow 9 to 4, Lakewood Yacht Club, easy to get to. I-45 South, it's not flooded in any way. Traffic was moving fine when we drove in this morning.
Sure was.
And you exit NASA Road 1. One of the things that I was telling Jeff, who rode in with me this morning, I said, they've stopped calling it the NASA bypass. And there was a reason for that, because people said, well, I don't want to bypass NASA. So they went back to NASA Road 1. Mm-hmm. And then they made the old NASA Road 1 518 as it goes through Webster.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing about that, while we're on that NASA, we have this year parking at the Methodist Medical Center down in Webster. Okay. I mean, in NASA Bay.
Okay.
And we're running shuttles from there. And the nice part about that is we have concrete parking this year. People probably in the past have experienced a little bit of mud and when it rains like this week. So we have that parking. We have good shuttle buses. They'll be running all day. Go to keelsandwheels.com and all the information's there.
Yeah, and it shows you where the parking
It shows you where the parking
are.
is. You can pre-buy the tickets on your phone and just walk up to the
Parking
gates.
is free, though.
Parking is free.
And the shuttle is free.
And the shuttle is free.
Right.
Okay.
It costs you at the gate to get in, but you can get a discount if you buy them online.
That's correct.
Yep.
That's correct.
I
We also have a lot of new food
spokesperson
vendors.
for the show.
Yeah,
I'm
you
sorry?
should.
I should be a spokesperson for the show.
You do pretty
You
good at
are.
that.
That's why I got you here.
Well, there's that. Yeah.
I have big plans coming up this year for you and your guys in Wheel Time.
Good.
I see a real. I worked with you so long years ago. I decided to see if it'd work again. So.
And
We
this will
appreciate
be the
that.
last
We
time
do.
you'll ever see it.
No.
David's got to get back to the home here this afternoon.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. They've got that shuttle going as well. It's a separate shuttle.
And Mike's
altogether.
gone, so no telling where
Yeah,
he's at.
that yeah.
There's an interesting car over here. They were pushing that World War II Jeep, the 1945 Jeep over here, back into its parking spot, and they got pretty darn close to that $1 million Aston Martin SUV
Yeah.
over there.
Oh, it's
And I'm
quite
going,
expensive.
Oh.
I know. That's
Everybody
my car, by the way.
Jumped behind it and said, okay, rear the brakes. It ain't going into that.
Well, when you get on those, I've got a 27 Oldsmobile over here that I own that I brought in yesterday, and you forget about, because I've also got a Cheetah down here, you forget about brakes, and it doesn't have any. I mean, they're just almost
Outside
not
of the
existent.
engine, there are two things that a car needs to have. Outside of the engine, brakes and somebody to press the pedal.
Yeah, but if you can have brakes and press the pedal on some of these old cars, and
Nothing happens.
Not much happens. You
Well.
could drag your feet probably just about as well. But
Fred-
anyway,
Fred
it's
Flintstone.
all in fun.
Yeah, it is. Gary, it's great to talk to you. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
inviting us down here. We really appreciate it, and it's great to be a part of this.
Thank you again, and check your weather. We'll be here all weekend. The weather looks like most of it's going to be north. There's a reason to come south. Keels and Wheels.
There you go.
exactly.
Perfect.
Yeah, at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. Come on down. We're looking for you. All right. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is available 24/7 through the iHeartRadio app. Just look for In-Wheel Time Car Talk. We also video stream our 3-hour weekly show on Facebook, YouTube, and InWheelTime.com. And podcasts are available from your favorite podcast provider. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues right after this quick break.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755. Want to feel good about something special you did for someone special? In-Wheel Time and the original Lupi Tortilla group of Tex-Mex restaurants have joined together to help a very worthy cause, God's Garage, a Christian-based 501c3 charity. We know there are lots of places and organizations out there where you can donate a car, truck, or SUV, but we're asking you, our car enthusiast family, to consider donating to God's Garage. Visit godsgarage.org and learn about its mission, the women that have been helped, how each one is screened, and about their Restore You program. A car donation is an easy way to make a difference in the lives of others. God's Garage needs good operating vehicles, but will take all types in working and non-working condition. Make your heart and soul feel good by donating your gently used vehicle and help support single mothers, widows, and wives of deployed military at godsgarage.org. Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th, you're invited to enjoy the 28th Annual Keels Wheels Concours d'Elegance. See the largest collection of classic cars and boats in the U.S. on display at the beautiful Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. This year's Keels Wheels features 60 years of Ford Mustangs and Donzie boats. There's plenty of free parking, and discount tickets are available online at keels-wheels.com. It's Keels Wheels, Saturday and Sunday, May 4th and 5th at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook. In-Wheel Time will be there, too. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Is there a problem, David?
I'm waiting for music.
Oh, there's no music here.
There's no. You can sing, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't want
Or
him to
you
sing.
could hum.
He's good at that. David Ainsley is here with us today. Yeah. So joining us here in the remote studio at the Keels and Wheels and at the Lakewood Yacht Club in Seabrook, Texas. His name is Kevin Brady, and I guess that you own this company.
Right. Yeah, we talked to Kevin at the Galveston show.
Don doesn't remember that.
Yeah, he does. I just interrupted him.
You know, this is what I have to put up with every weekend. And I don't understand why.
That's why I listen to the show.
Torture myself this way.
Thank you, Kevin.
Kevin owns a company called My Garage AI, which is in use here.
It is.
At Keels and Wheels. So did you sell these guys on this technology?
Well, I talked to Tom Collier over a year ago, and he's talking about a vision of wanting to educate the public about these cars. You mentioned a moment ago. You mentioned that all these cars have a story, and
yes,
you love talking to the owners. And we thought, well, you know, the owner's not always standing there. How do you get the word out about these magnificent cars? And I was creating this platform that uses large language model AI to write the stories. It writes eloquently, and we took the applications that everyone that put in for the Keels and Wheels about the description of the car, and it puts that into the narrative. So the narrative is very much about this particular car.
Well, when you're ready to do like they do at Alcatraz, okay? At Alcatraz.
Ask him how he knows how they do.
I was an inmate there for many years. They finally let me out when they closed it because they didn't want to put up with my crap
I thought you
anymore.
took a boat out of there. Is that?
No, I swam. I was one of those. So, you know, at Alcatraz, you've been to Alcatraz?
No.
So they give you a tour, and you get a headset, and as you go through certain points of the Alcatraz tour, there's no guide. It's all in your ears.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So what we can do is we can do the in-wheel time, My Garage AI thing. So you click on the QR code at the car, and not only does it have the explanation of the car, but I could be your narrator.
That's right. And
Hi, and welcome to Keel. This is car number 47. And here is a 1967 Porsche 911.
Yeah.
This Porsche 911 belongs to so-and-so. And he's got a magnificent car here. It's all on and on and on. How long do you want me to go?
Well, it depends on how long you want to go, because AI now can be trained to your voice, and it can make you...
See, I knew it was going to go down this road.
Then we wouldn't even need you.
No.
Saturday mornings would be so much smoother.
But it can't replicate your wit. I mean, that's the thing.
That's what they're calling it.
Or is that
That's
twit?
a good thing.
I think he meant to say twit. Okay, so you create a QR code. How is a QR code created?
You have a program write a QR code. It just resolves to a web page.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay.
it just routes your phone to the web page, and you have to point it to the right description of the car. But the AI model, takes the information that was provided, make model, and the description of the car, and it elaborates on that and creates a long description. So if someone scans the code, it'll take them to a gallery of the pictures of the car that have been provided and a description of the car.
Now, you don't do this just for car shows. You do this for other things, too, as well, I'm sure.
Not yet.
But
Not yet, but with our help,
talk
you're
about
going to.
future things.
Right.
You go to a dealer now, in a traditional dealer, if there won't be a Maroni on the window, there'll be a QR. And you do with your phone, and it gives you all the Maroni on your phone.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very state-of-the-art stuff now.
So here, when I walk up to this yellow Porsche here,
Yeah.
so I actually have to click on that QR code.
That QR code
Mm-hmm.
will take you to
It's
that
on
car.
a placard in the ground in front of the car.
Right.
Then I go to the next one. So, okay.
It's not hard, Mars.
Well, no, I'm trying to visualize how you could do it without having to click on it. If you could just walk like a tour, a self-guided tour.
Well, that's when he said the Alcatraz has the
and
headset.
Bluebonnet. I mean, Bluetooth it or something.
Yeah, we'd have to geofence it so it knew you were in front of the car, and then it could display it.
Yeah, that'd be tough to do with 200 or 300 cars.
It would.
So.
It would.
Just take time.
But what you can do is you can hit the gallery and scroll all the cars. Once you get into the platform, every car that's if people There's no replacing coming out and seeing these cars in person.
No,
for
correct.
sure.
There's not.
But you can go to the gallery and see all the cars that are here and scroll through them and see the description and get a taste of the cars that are here.
The pictures that come up, are those pictures that were supplied to the show by the owner?
Right.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Wow.
They provided a picture, the description to the committee that
Right.
allowed them in here.
Yeah.
And that was provided to us, and then we put that in here, and then had the language model write the story of the car using the descriptions they provided and the picture they provided.
How long did it take you to do 300 cars?
Minutes.
Minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
Technology.
Takes me minutes to turn the computer on.
I want to be you.
No, you don't.
No, I don't. No,
No, I want to be you.
no, you don't. No, you don't.
No,
Trust me, you don't.
Yeah, go to the post office and you'll see why.
That's why.
So,
exactly right.
okay. That's
You're going to ask something, Mars?
Yeah, I was.
thinking.
So I think I just that dawned on me when you're talking about people being able to see all the pictures that aren't here. I guess that's on the Keels and Wheels website.
That's on the My Garage site.
On the My Garage
And
site.
We'll
So-
link it to the Keels and Wheels.
My Garage AI.
My
Dot
Garage
AI.
The .ai.
.ai.
Yeah.
Okay.
/gallery will show you the cars that are here.
Wonderful.
And anybody who has a car that they want the story told, they can add their car to it, put the year, make, model, description of the renovation, any interesting history about the car. AI will weave that into the narrative and write a description for the car.
So you've done this show for these folks, for the Keels and Wheels. What is your next project? Where are you going? How are you going to facilitate this in another show?
I want to help educate people to these fine cars. I'm a longtime exhibitor here. I'm a legacy sponsor of Keels and Wheels.
You're a car guy, too.
I'm a car guy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What kind of car do you have?
Here I've got a 53 Studebaker Commander that's modified, and I've got a 26 Model T up front.
Oh,
Well,
boy.
you know, we all like to support each other in the car club business, and it's good to know.
Yeah. So as I found this, I just applied it to what I love about these cars, and I like hearing the stories of the cars and preserving the history of them. And this is a way I can contribute to that, and it's been a fun project.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been out to the Hemi Hideout?
I have.
John?
Yep.
Nice place.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Kevin Brady, it's great to talk to you.
Yeah.
And the
thanks.
website is mygarage.ai.
Right on.
Great to talk to you. Great to see you.
Yeah.
Thanks for
We'll
stopping
catch
by.
up.
you.
Absolutely.
All right.
All right.
Thanks.
Time now for the events calendar, Mr. Mars. I believe that somewhere in all that stack of papers that you brought along.
See?
Yeah.
So obviously we're out here at the Keels and Wheels at the Lakewood Yacht Club, 2322 Lakewood Yacht Club Drive in Seabrook, 10 to 5 today, 9 to 4 tomorrow. Be sure and come on out and check it out. But if you can't, then obviously you can see us right here. Now, 2 weeks from now, May the 18th, we're going to be at the Gulf Coast Auto Shield Spring Social. Now, this is going to be 8 to 11. The feature club is going to be the Houston chapter of the Lone Star Porsche Club of America.
Very
Porsche.
cool.
Now, this is at the Gulf Coast Auto Shield location, 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway. Be sure and be there. Last year, parking lot was full. I mean, people had trouble getting in and out, so it's going to be a great day for that. May 17th to 18th, Vintage Drags, Little River Dragway. This is going to be a real interesting event. Place opened in 1957. Have to be earlier than 1975 American-built cars. Admission is $15. Bring your own beer. Then June the 7th and 9th, 49th Lone Star Streetwide Association State Run, Granbury, Texas. We're going to be there.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
LSSRA.org for more information. And that's all the things to happen that you need to know about for the next
Still
short
got
time.
memories of last week.
Thank you. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address here is info@inwheeltime.com. We'll be back right after this quick break. Stay with us.
The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants will have you telling your family and friends just what the original recipes mean when it comes to the best fajitas in Southeast Texas. Founder Stan Holt invites you to visit the original Loopy Tortilla near I-10 and Highway 6. Here's the original house that inspired the design of all the rest and the original charm that helped make Loopy Tortilla the go-to destination for Houston Tex-Mex. Speaking of original, nothing can compete with the original lime pepper marinade that everyone will agree makes Loopy Tortilla award-winning beef fajitas the best anywhere. Loopy Tortilla Katy is another location that gives you the same quality and service Houstonians have come to expect at Loopy's. It's located just off I-10 and the Grand Parkway at Kingsland Boulevard in Katy. Find yourself in Aggieland? Head to the Loopy Tortilla in College Station, located just around the corner from Kyle Field. It's a great place to enjoy those famous frozen margaritas before or after the game. Headed east to Louisiana, stop in at the Loopy Tortilla in Beaumont. It too's on I-10. You can't miss it. The original group of Loopy Tortilla restaurants invites you in for the best Tex-Mex anywhere. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is having another car social Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. It's a car cruise-in like no other. Expect Ferraris, Lamborghinis, Corvettes, and the featured brand Porsche. Get social at this special cruise-in event. You'll also see Gulf Coast Auto Shield's private workshop and learn about their many products and services. Questions are welcomed. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is easy to get to at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway near West Airport Boulevard, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The Car Social featuring Porsche takes place Saturday morning, May 18th from 8 to 11. Tell your friends, and no matter what car you have, bring it and enjoy this rare opportunity to see some of Houston's finest rides. In Wheel Time will bring its Car Talk show there too, so join us for another Car Social at Gulf Coast Auto Shield, Saturday morning, May 18th, 8 to 11 at 11275 South Sam Houston Tollway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Visit gcautoshield.com to see the show flyer for more details. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning, 8 to 11 a.m. Central on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.